Well, did not realize I was open. Did I have my seatbelt on this whole time? That's funny. Okay. So I hope this works because I am in the car while Taylor's in gymnastics. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca and I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I am back with week 3 of my weigh-in Wednesday. I'm basically doing like a 12-week trying to lose the rest of my weight. I've previously shared how I have lost over 60 pounds. And right now I'm just trying to lose the last 10 or so. I'm not really sure. I mentioned that last week that I really don't know how much weight I have to lose. It's not so much about the number. It's more now about just getting some belly fat gone. Today, I'm going to share with you a full day of eating just to give you an idea of how, a realistic, sustainable way of eating can help you to lose weight. And today I had my plan for what I was going to eat all day, and then at dinner I had to switch things up because my baby girl was in the kitchen and I just had to enjoy her cuisine. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about how hormones affect your weight loss. So let's check out what I ate in order to help me lose weight, and then we'll get back with the results and how these hormones can actually affect your weight loss. So I'm about to have my real breakfast. I already had my smoothie and my branched chains. So I had the branched chains before I went to the gym, and then I had my smoothie right after. It's just my normal mocha protein smoothie, which I will leave the recipe in the description box if you're interested. And then I'm just going to have my second cup of coffee, and today I just went with iced coffee and then 2 ounces of the dark chocolate silk almond milk. I love this. Now I've been going between this and my pumpkin spice coffee because it's like, cold and then it's hot and then it's cold and then it's hot. But this is like my go-to. And I just put 2 ounces in it. So technically I've had 4 ounces because this is my second cup. And I'm getting ready to make breakfast. I feel like today is going to be a lot of leftovers. I'm using leftover, let me show you. Over the weekend, we made fajitas, and I had some leftover flank steak and shrimp. I'm going to use the flank steak for a hash. So I made an egg in here for Taylor, and she did not eat it, so I'm going to eat her egg. I'm getting ready to heat up some butternut squash. I picked these butternut squash noodles up last Monday and I did not use them yet, so I'm just going to throw these all in here and kind of make a hash. I mean, I treat butternut squash just like I do sweet potato. Now, these are not in chunks like I would my sweet potato hash, but I think it's going to be just as good. And then I'm going to have that. And then also for lunch today, I think we're going to have leftover chili. Then for dinner, I'm going to have like leftover egg roll in a bowl. I don't know what I'm going to do, but let's go on 3rd day. So I'm just going to spray a little ghee in the pan. Almost out. I get some more. And I'm just going to put this whole container of butternut squash noodles in. And to season, we are going with salt, pepper, garlic, and smoked paprika. And a hint of cinnamon. Just going to cook it until it's soft. And then we'll throw in the flank steak, top it with the egg, and that's breakfast. I popped a lid on to hopefully make it cook a little faster because I'm hungry. Alright, so that definitely helped. Now we're just going to throw in the flank steak just to warm it up a little bit. Alright, it's time to plate this up. On one bowl. This is actually a lot of butternut squash. 8 ounces to be exact, but very good in nutrition and in fiber, like vitamins and minerals. That's what I meant by nutrition. So we have that, and this is the egg that I made Taylor this morning that she did not eat, and the dog didn't eat it because that happens sometimes when she doesn't finish her food. He'll get to it, and he didn't. So it might be a little bit cold, but it'll be warmed up when I put it right here. And I do not like to waste food, especially these yummy organic eggs. And then I've got some Tabasco sauce, and we're gonna douse it with some Tabasco. And this is my breakfast. Check it out, it even still had the runny yolk. Are you pro yolk or no yolk? Let me know in the comments. It's time for lunch, and I just heated up some of my Cincinnati style turkey chili. to top it with some yogurt and some jalapenos. And then on the side, I'm having some chips and dip. So I have about 3/4 of a serving of the Siete tortilla chips. They're grain-free. And then I have 2 ounces of this cauliflower jalapeno dip. This just tastes like queso. Like, you can taste the cauliflower if you know there's cauliflower in it. If you didn't know there's cauliflower in it, you'd think, what is that? But it's so good. I was going to put the chips in my chili. Sometimes I like to do that, but then I was really craving some of this dip. So I'm like, let me just have both of them. Good afternoon. So I'm just doing some work, and I'm needing a little bit of a pick-me-up. Taylor is about to be done with school, and we're going to take Dexter for a WALK. So I'm going to just have a Zevia cherry cola. I actually really like this one and Dr. Zevia if I'm just going to have it plain. I also like mixing this with Jameson, and I also like mixing the ginger ale with Jameson. But just natural sweetener. Gives me a little caffeine, a little pick-me-up, and I wouldn't call it healthy, but 0 calories, so it helps me on my weight loss journey. So Taylor is making her soup right now.
Yeah.
So she picked out all these peppers from the farmer's market, and there's Dexter. Hush, boy. And then she also picked out these noodles from the farmer's market, and have some homemade stock. This is chicken stock. Then we still have a lot of the beef brisket left over, so she's going to make herself a little beef and vegetable noodle soup.
Yeah.
It is time for me to have my little treat. And these kind frozen bars, I swear to goodness, they are like Snickers ice cream bars, but they have, Dexter don't even. They are completely plant-based, no dairy. They have 7 grams of fiber and 8 grams of sugar, 4 grams of protein for 180 calories. I can't wait to bite into this. Have you tried these? Let me know. I get them at Sam's. Check that out. So, you know, ice cream bar, the Snickers ice cream bar is like completely enveloped in the chocolate. This one isn't. Oh my god, it is so good. You've got to try it.
So this is my soup. We've added all the seasoning.
And all the yummy stuff. Now we're making
the noodles.
She's gonna put a whole bag in there. This is her meal prep. We're gonna store it in this dish. So Taylor just made her soup, and now she's serving herself. And I just have to tell you, I did eat about half a serving of these egg noodles. Wow, they're so good. I was trying to get them, like, just to cool down a little bit so they wouldn't get all mushy, and I kept moving them, you know, with every little turn like this. I just had to grab one, another one. So good. So you can take a scoop of that and put it in your soup bowl. There you go. Now don't take too much. You want to make sure you're going to get only enough that you're going to eat. And then we'll put this in the fridge, and we'll put that in the fridge, and then that's Taylor's meal prep right there. She's having it for dinner tonight, but you'll probably have it for lunch or dinner. Say we're eating tacos or something she doesn't like, then she has her soup here, and it has vegetables, protein, her starch. It's all good. So I ended up having some of Taylor's delicious soup with a little bit more noodles, and I was actually on a board meeting for her school to learn that she is going to be going back to school for blended learning. She'll be there 2 days a week, and then at home 3 days a week. But she made me a bowl of soup, and it was so delicious I just had to have it. So I ended up not making the egg roll in a bowl like I thought I was, and the pot stickers, and just had this instead. And I think I'm going to have another little snack because this wasn't really like a full dinner. But how could I resist this beautiful girl with this delicious soup? And some days you just have to adjust things. So I'm going to have just some vanilla yogurt, the Dannon Greek Light and Fit, 12 grams of protein, with this pecan pumpkin crunch I picked up from Sam's. Now this is very calorie dense. For 1 ounce, it's 150 calories, so I'm just going to do 14 grams, and honestly, that's all you need for the top of this. And look at that, 14 exactly. I'm so good. And this is actually the crumbs on the bottom. A little cinnamon that I got everywhere. This is going to wrap it up tonight. Oh my gosh, I wish you could have tried her soup. It is so delicious. It was just so cute to see her develop her own recipe and also add her own seasonings. I had to switch things up because I just had to eat what she was having. And I did have to estimate. That's the thing, that sometimes you do just have to make your best estimate if you're not able to accurately or specifically measure the ingredients, but I think I did a pretty good job. Anyway, so what were the results this week? So I've mentioned also that I weigh myself on Sunday and Wednesday, and I share my weight loss from Sunday. Technically, I am up 0.4 pounds. I mentioned last week how there was going to be probably 3 weeks over this 12-week period that I would either not lose or I would gain weight. And I do believe that is because I'm on week 3 of my cycle. And this is something that I have noticed the entire time. My battery died. I hope I can put this back in that same spot. Okay. So where was I? As I was saying, I have noticed over my weight loss journey that I tend to gain weight during the ovulation phase of my cycle. A lot of people I know, it happens, like on the menstruation part, but for me it happens on ovulation or right before menstruation, and like when I'm like on that part of my cycle, it's like I shed, well, like literally we shed, but you know what I'm saying, like I drop the water weight. So I decided to do a little bit of research, and I am linking 2 articles in the description box for you to check out yourself and definitely research it on your own in other ways. But apparently it's because of an increase in progesterone that makes your body retain water and constipation, which I'm sorry if it's TMI, but that's happened too. So it's just a really interesting thing. So it's not that the hormones actually affect your weight loss, it's that they make you retain water. That's all it is. Now, with cravings, there are hormones that can cause cravings, and with that, then you can just consume too many calories, and that could actually, increase your chance of gaining true weight. But most of the time, if you just stay consistent, and that's what I've done, that's where I've realized that if I just stay consistent, like even if I gained weight, I still stay consistent with my plan, and eventually it comes down. So I'm like, I know I'm doing the right thing, and I know it's going to work, and I have to give it time. Truthfully, for me, I don't even really consider any weight loss or gain unless it's been a month. I want to go through my entire cycle and see what have I lost over the month. So my first week, I lost 1.5 pounds. The second week, I lost 0.2 pounds, and then now I'm up 0.4. But I actually got on the scale on Monday because I was just curious to see, and I went down 0.9 pounds in one day. That's just water weight. So that's how I know for sure it is just the water retention. What would that make my weight then? I can't remember. I'm like in the car. I don't have my spreadsheet with me because I am keeping track of it in an Excel spreadsheet. And I am tracking the Sunday to Sunday, like I was saying, because I want to show you at the end of this the weight loss trend. I just feel that if you really understand how the scale works and quit letting it control you, and by quit letting it control you, I seriously think just, unless there is a psychological reason that you have been diagnosed with that makes it impossible for you to get on the scale because of whatever reason, I think you should get on that scale every single day just to see what it does, and not to be like, oh, I had pasta last night and now I can't eat pasta because that makes me gain weight. Because let me tell you, there's going to be a day where you eat perfectly clean, like maybe week 3 of your cycle, and you're going to gain weight. And then you're going to be really confused because you're like, wait a second. Because it's not all about what you eat. Like having carbs does make you retain water, but it doesn't actually make you gain weight. It's all about the calories in versus calories out. Trust me, it took me so long to just accept that, because I was like, I am not going to count calories. I did not want to do that. Food is more than calories, blah, blah, blah. And I still believe that. But when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to losing weight, that is just the bottom line. And there's all these different diets to try to make it to where you don't have to count calories or do all these things. So they restrict, half of your nutrients so you can lose weight. Yeah, it's just not realistic. By counting calories, I feel you have more control over what you eat. You're able to eat the foods that you actually love. And you also get to see like how high calorie things are, like Starbucks Frappuccinos. That's why I make my own Mocha protein smoothie. I make it healthy and half the calories, and it's a meal, rather than just like a treat. So it's great because you can really see what it is. Then you can modify it to really suit you. Like I love taking things that are unhealthy and making a healthy version of them. So share with me any foods that you're like, oh, I love having this, but I know it's too high in calories, because either you're just going to have to eat it someday, or we can make it lower calorie for you. I would love to do that. Like, going back to the whole scale thing, I just think seeing it go up and go down, but then seeing it, the ultimate trend, go down, you're like, you kind of get disconnected from that. What I did is I made myself get on the scale every single day. But before I got on the scale, I would say, this is just a number. This is just a tool. This does not define me. This does not show my success or my progress. Either one. I am not going to be happy if it goes down, and I'm not going to be sad if it goes up. I will be neutral. And there were even days where I did, like, it would drop like 1.5 pounds, and I wanted to be like, and I was like, nope, it's just a number. It's fine. Because I let that control me for a really long time, and I would get so upset that I was doing everything right and then gaining weight because it was that third week of my cycle. Like, I didn't know it at that time, but now looking back, I know that it was. And so it was just like, so it's just knowing that, and knowing that you can still stay consistent. Like, you have to really do it for 3 months. Like, I totally recommend 12 weeks. Don't start something and if after a week it doesn't work out. Now, I will say you can modify the calorie amount, maybe your exercise level and things like that after 2 weeks, but you want to stick with the whole program for 12 weeks. Because I'm telling you, if you go on a 15 to 20% calorie deficit for 12 weeks and you don't have any metabolic issues, you are going to lose weight. So I hope you enjoyed this full day of eating and learning a little bit about how hormones can affect your weight loss journey. Please look in the description box to find the articles. Tell me how your journey is going. I would love to know if you're having any struggles. Let me know if you have any wins. Like, just because you haven't lost 5 pounds in a week, if you lost half a pound in a week, girl, I'm going to be so happy for you, because that's amazing. Listen, we don't gain the 60 pounds overnight, and it's not all going to be gone overnight. So we have to be committed to the program. Anyway, I feel like there's something else I wanted to say, but I forget. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope you got something out of this video. I hope you have an awesome day. Go do something good for yourself, because you deserve it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.